What's going on? Jerome's Raw Real Rant in audio form. I guess this is what they call a podcart. Good times, man. But so talking about the Vikings' expectations this year, right? And everyone talks about, the Vikings are getting no respect. The Vikings over under 5.5 wins, over under 6.5 wins, and I get it. Like I understand where like Vegas and the lines makers are coming from. I don't agree with it, but I understand it's like, hey, on paper. And also, the lines aren't necessarily how the experts are handicapping the teams per se. It's the perception of the public as well. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. The sharps. Some sharp money is coming in on the Vikings over 5.5 early, over 6.5 currently. But I understand why the public and some of the analysts, especially like the league-wide analysts, the surface analysts who have to cover all 32 teams, I commiserate with that. But they look. All right, so Kirk Cousins is gone. Sam Darnold is now in his place. And Sam Darnold, by all regards, has been a draft bust. But, of course, we've been over the litany of reasons why Sam Darnold hasn't panned out at that number 3 overall pick in the 2018 draft potential. Also, J.J. McCarthy, the golden boy, the savior, he's done for the year. Season-ending injured reserve because of the meniscus full repair. Right, and now people said, okay, well, the defense in Flores, kind of interesting, sure. You got Justin friggin' Jefferson, you got Christian Darrisaw in place, yes. Eventually you'll get Hawkinson back, yes. Addison, first off, is the ankle that he sprained, is it his accelerator foot? Because that would be nice. Anyways, but eventually he'll be back. But overall, it's like I understand why people are disrespecting the Vikings. And, some fans may look at this season with lowered expectations. But I see it, but also I disagree with it. But also, I'm embracing the hate. I'm embracing the lowered expectations because you know why? If people underestimate you, that's when you can surprise the hell out of people. And I'm putting a couple of jelly beans down on the Vikings being one of the surprise playoff teams. Because, the schedule is tough. But look at every schedule before and after the year. Like, there's so many factors that go into it. Injuries. Things don't click chemistry-wise. Divisions aren't as solid as you may think. Or there's issues here or there. But some teams that you perceive that are going to be juggernauts at the beginning of the year, sometimes they fall off. And sometimes teams that you think are going to be bad surprise the hell out of you, right? And I think the Vikings could be that latter category because everyone's sleeping on them. No one is giving the Vikings the time of day or any respect at all, but it's okay. Let them. Tranquillo. Because I kind of like going into the season with lowered or no expectations, right? And everyone knows that, hey, the Vikings, this was the most transformative offseason in team history. Change of the guard at quarterback, change in the guard at edge rusher, and they're the two most important positions, passer and get the passer. That's where we currently are in the modern NFL. And I like all the upgrades. Like, even though we had to wait a year for J.J. McCarthy, like, I think that Darnold, given all the weapons and proper coaching, proper play calling, Kevin O'Connell, I'll take Kevin O'Connell as a play caller over Ben McAdoo and the overrated Joe Brady and Adam freaking Gase. Sorry. I understand that's crazy, but it's okay. I'm going with it. And also, like we said, that 1 year where Darnold was Purdy's backup with a competent organization, with a winning organization, he was the backup. He was not the starter, but I think that will do wonders for him. Also getting some higher level coaching. I think that'll be good for slinging Sam Darnold. So I think that Darnold is going to be fine. And also, he doesn't have to be top 10. He doesn't have to be top 5. He doesn't have to be elite quarterback for the Vikings offense to do a little something. Just take care of the ball, go through your progressions, take what is there, feed 18, and you'll be good to go. And with Jefferson, bet you're getting Hawkinson back, Addison, baby. I think that Jalen Speedy Naylor, Tristan Jackson, Brandon Powell are going to be interesting as wide receiver 3, 4, 5. Obviously, adding Aaron Jones to the running game, that's sort of the best kept secret right now. I mean, yeah, he's looked good at practices, but obviously wasn't seen in the preseason. But Jones is going to be, the 1A to Ty Chandler's 1B, and there's going to be a lot of explosiveness there. I love me some Ty Chandler, man. Plus King Kene, they love him as running back 3. Plus him and the new kick return rules, which we didn't see in preseason, but it'll be unleashed to start the year. I think this team is going to be a lot of fun. Also, we haven't even mentioned the Flores defense, because Flores, with Tua's comments, that he's going to be pissed off. That the defense want to rally around Flores because they love Flo, and they're going to be multiple. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to disguise every single type of coverage, and they're going to confuse the bejesus out of whoever they face. They're going to hit the quarterback. They're going to stop the run. Frankly, I actually like the direction the defensive line has gone, and that was seen as one of the weaknesses of the team coming in. But I love me some Levi Drake Rodriguez. I love Taki Taimani. I love Jonah. I love Jonah Williams. I love the 3 starters. So overall, I kind of like the rotation they got up front, and also AVG, Gernard, Diamond Dallas Turner going to be bringing that heat. Pace and Cashman are going to form one of the best off-ball duos in the league. And also, I think Ivan Pace Jr., great story last year, fan-friggin-tastic, but now I think that he is going to be a Pro Bowl type player this season. I think he's going to show up and show out. Metellus is a stud. Harry can still do it. Beasley's one of the best cover safeties in the league. And the cornerback room, which, with the untimely passing of Kyrie Jackson, it's very tragic. And then also the injuries with Mekhi Blackman. And all of a sudden you think, okay, cornerback room not going to be great. But Griffin, hamstring, should be good to go. Murph in the slot now that you signed Gilmore. I kind of like where the cornerback room is at too. Plus, you got Dwight McLaughlin. Could give you some snaps as well. I think that he potentially could be a future starter for the Vikings. And then special teams wise, Ryan Wright seemed to have gotten his head out of his ass, which is great. Whale Rock Hurd is looking like Justin frickin' Tucker. So, again, hey, let him sleep. Let him hate. And a lot of Vikings fans, we know that this was the end product of the competitive rebuild. And we still don't even have the future franchise quarterback out there. That'll be next year. But I'm kind of fired up about this year, man. I don't know what it is, where you're not stressing about, hey, is Kirk Cousins good enough or is he not? Right? It's a complete free roll for Darnold because no one thinks that he's any good anyway. And then, the rest of the squad, this is not a veteran-laden squad that is in win-now mode. There isn't a Super Bowl window right now. This is, you take away some of the veterans, the core is one of the youngest teams in the league. No, not talking about top to bottom, but just the actual core with McCarthy and Jefferson and Addison and Hawkinson and Darisaw and Diamond Dallas Turner, Ivan Pace, etc. So, again, hey, let them hate. Because the Vikings, guess what? The Vikings aren't going to shy away from any fight. And also, I think the physicality of this year's training camp is going to really help in the trenches. Hopefully, that interior offensive line can get its ish together. I think that Bradbury could finally turn a corner, possibly. Hopefully, Ed Ingram isn't Garbaggio. And if he is, hopefully, Dalton Reisner heals up soon. But overall, it's let's ride, baby. Every single week, whatever happens, happens, right? Young team. You either win or you learn. And this could be a launching pad season, or hell, why not? Flores has a top 10 defense. This Vikings offense with Darnold keeping his head out of his ass is a top 10 unit. Top 10, guess what? That's a great combination, especially with your special teams being top 10. So you have a top 10 team across the board. You can do some damage. All right. And also, I love this Flores defense, man. This Flores defense, regular season, unleash the Kraken. It's going to be so much freaking fun, man. I can't wait. And honestly, even without McCarthy, this is one of the teams I've been most looking forward to since I've been a Vikings fan, right? And the most fired up because of all the changes. And yeah, I mean, Kurt is gone, but it's a new day, it's a new dawn, and we're going to rally around Sam Darnold. We're going to play good football, and I think every single week it's going to be fun because we're on a free roll, man. I got no expectations. Again, over and half, 5.5 wins, over under 6.5 wins. Bring it on, man. I love this game. I love this team. I love these Jeromes. Also, I love this new medium. So it's a podcast, but without video. So it's just a podcast. Anyways, you guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull, no production value.